G'day fellas, and welcome back to Rebuild Miss 2023. We have taken the job at North Dakota. I've also added North Dakota State to this dynasty as well. They will serve as our rivals. We're both in the Mountain West, and because I want to beat North Dakota State that bad, we're going to beat them at their own game. North Dakota State likes to ground and pound, run it hard, and that is exactly the style of offense we're going to do. I have a specialized playbook, a running playbook, and if you want me to tell you what it is, run it up in the likes, and I'll let you know by the end of the video. So we are in the market for a running back and a fullback, which is kind of nice. I'm not even going to worry about wide receivers here at all. It is all about the running. So we do have some running backs straight out the gate, but I would rather get my O-line and my defense out the way early, especially cornerback. I always forget to get cornerback. So, like I said, these first-year players are going to be absolute machines by the final year. The more players I can get, the better. Even if it is a 57 straight out the gate. I might take Chad Thomas just because his name is Chad. More defenders. This is awesome. Not really too concerned about quarterback either. We really are just trying to drill it home that we are a running team here. More guards, more centers. The more O-linemen, the better. And I cannot forget about cornerbacks, even if they're not very good. Chad Thomas is not bad, but he's also not very good. This is okay, though. We have a bunch of fullbacks, and we're going to get this O-line done early. I even got the cornerbacks. Carlos Fernandez. Looking like a little bit of a beast here. Fullback is just terrible. It's going to happen. You're a cornerback. Maurice Strong. That's really good. Ray Matthews is a gem. Okay, we take those. And then the last fullback, 68. So Tyson Johnson is going to be my guy. I'm going to put him right at the top so I don't forget. Okay, yeah, this is pretty bad. D pluses across the board. Kind of cringe. There is a bunch of work to do here. Okay, this guy's already locked us out. We haven't even started recruiting yet. Ray Matthews, Andre Graham. Let me get a cornerback before I forget. Let me get Maurice Strong before I forget. And I really got to finish off with another O-lineman here. It's going to be Danny Lambert. Now, obviously, the highlight of this team is going to be said running back, but that's got to be our low-lock cheese player without a doubt. I wouldn't take anything less than low-lock cheese here, and though it would be cool to get somebody not as prolific. We have had a lot of success with these FCS rebuilds, recruiting 65, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not against it. Okay, here we go. Please, just need a killer running back right out the gate. 4-star tight end. That is, I mean, obviously that would be very good. Is he blocking? The only reason I'm going to take him is because he's blocking. I'm not going to take any of the other tight ends because they're not just blocking. Okay, we're finding a lot of defense, which is also really good. But I'm not really finding my running backs. We do have Eric Wright there. We do have Eric Wright here, though. Like the name, of course. Okay, where are the running backs? Like, seriously. Josh Jordan runs a 4.56, kind of that bruiser running back that we're kind of looking for here. I have a feeling he's just going to go down overall, but we'll give him a crack. Let him prove himself. I am so committed to this run game, I'm not even going to bother getting wide receivers or a quarterback. Not even kidding. 620 squat guard. There we go. 605 squat guard. 605 squat tackle. Okay, seriously, though, I just need a running back. 2 more 4-stars. I don't know if I trust it. 4.62 is not the running back that I want running my team. And there doesn't appear to be any quality running backs here. Tyson Jones potentially, but no, 4.62 again. Where the athletes at? 4-star athlete. Why are they all so bad? I've got 2 on the board. We got a 5-star here. You know what? I think I would prefer to take a chance here on the 5-stars. Gabe Moore, Jeremy Williams. Let's freaking get it. So far, the players aren't really turning out to be that fantastic, which is okay. The most important thing here is that the athletes we found turn out to be good running backs. Man, I am finding some busts. Can I find a gem? That's all I'm asking for. Matt Payne goes up, 95 excel. That is not too shabby. We also get a nice tackle there. Athlete, here we go. 62 carrying. I don't think that's it. Now we have some 21% lock players here that I don't think we're going to be able to get, but that's a big drop off. I don't like Gabe Moore for obvious reasons. And then Jeremy Williams isn't much better. But we do have a bunch of running backs to choose from here. I guess we'll just go and wing it and see what we kind of end up with at the end of the year. Wouldn't mind another blocking tight end. However, I did say I wanted to get this O-line smashed out early. Yeah, I think we do have to take a flyer on somebody that isn't an amazing running back. So they're probably going to have to be like a 70, but we don't even really have that. Gabe Moore is actually unironically our best bet here. He has the best carrying. The speed and excel are terrible, but I have faith. That's what this is kind of all about. And he's a power back too. I am also bringing every single recruit in week 12. That's our big boy week. I don't think we're going to win the game per se, but that'll give us a massive boost towards the end of the season. 0-4, still trucking along. Doesn't get much worse than this. I'm just hoping we don't get fired. That's honestly my biggest concern right now. Can't really do anything until players start committing as well. And you definitely can't tell me in this first year that we are even remotely overpowered, because that is just not true at all. Pretty much everybody on here is mid-60s, other than gems we found like Ray Matthew. Kevin Weber's more of like a backup. Wyoming just has to be a dub here. There's no way this isn't a win. Oh, we got pumped. Here we go, week 10, big rivalry game. What does the matchup look like? Okay, they're coming in with a B- defense. They're not good by any stretch, but they're a lot better than us, as the record implies. 4-3 to 1-6. And it's going to be a win. Our first rivalry game against NDSU. We're walking out with a fat bag, fellas. 1-0. And we pick up the Air Force win as well. That's another team I just didn't think we're going to beat. But that's 3-6 out of nowhere. It's a miracle run. Beautiful. There goes a bunch of commits, which is a bit of a shame because most of them were coming in this week anyway. Despite the commits, we still have 6 players coming in for a visit. And I think this game is worthy of a quick jump in. We'll make it 4 in a row. 4 wins, even though they're considerably better than us. Ew, they're the jersey? They could have done... I do not like these at all. And we only have white pants. What does that even say on the... It says Hawks. Oh, Fighting Hawk. I don't know why we're playing at this stadium. This doesn't look like North Dakota to me. Although that is a North Dakota native tree right there. You see that one up there? Up the sideline, there we go, Big Marto. All right, we're in a bit of a bad spot here. Big 3rd and 17. I'm just hoping these kills can get it done. That's picked. No way. That's a pick 6. Oh, I knew he was going to break that tackle. Big 3rd and 10. No safeties deep either. Hold on a second. Let's take a shot here. I swerved on him. It's 7. That's how you tie the game up right there, fellas. They didn't even really need me. This is an absolute blowout. 38-14 in the 4th quarter. This is the kind of game you want your recruits coming in for. We signed 4 of the 6. That's not bad. And we got ourselves a fullback. Maury's strong as well, but he's going to jump in at cornerback. He's definitely not playing running back. Not a bad first season. 4-8. It means we're not going to get fired. And as you can see at the top, we are safe. Easy. I don't even want to look at the stats because, I mean, look at that. Just disgusting. We were a run-heavy team, though. So Christian Washington, our running back, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Even our Dylan Hopkins, our quarterback, scrambled it for nearly 900. These blokes weren't too bad, in all honesty. Yo, this is like the 4th time this has happened. And I don't know why it keeps happening, but we get a bunch of big-name recruits here. Julian Humphrey, Jamel Johnson, DJ Campbell, and Ram Stevenson. All of them easily make the starting squad. The only problem is none of them will be there the final year. The good news, though, is that they will help us every year until the final year, though. DJ Campbell is a sophomore. He will have to sit out. It's a shame. It really, really is. I thought that freshmen would transfer and then redshirt, so there is a chance that Jamel Johnson is there the final year. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? That is one of the best transfer windows I've ever had, though. We did not get the tackle, but we did get Kevin Weber, our blocking tight end, of course, and we got another cornerback. I did sign 4 offensive linemen, though, so the David Crenshaw miss isn't the biggest deal in the world. What I'm more concerned about is where we finished, because we didn't have any perennial 5 stars. 56, that seems about right. 2 4 stars, kind of fitting in there. North Dakota State beat us. They got 13 3-stars, but they signed a single 5-star. It was an athlete of all players. M. James. Mike James runs a 4.98. This has got to be an offensive lineman, surely. That or it's a defensive end. Either way, not too fast. They beat us, though. That's what annoys me. I want to try and beat North Dakota State in the games and in recruiting every year. The only running back we signed was Chad Thomas, and I don't think he's very good. In fact, I can just tell that he's not very good. I'm willing to give him a crack, though. 63 carrying, there's a lot of work to do here, but I've seen worse. We got ourselves a fullback, which is fantastic. Got ourselves our blocking tight end. The good news is the entire offensive line is completely done. Granted, none of these players leave. That's a big problem. Sam Blair coming in, though, 74 overall. That's a big boy pickup. We also did chip away at the defense a little bit. 1 defensive end. We got, a linebacker. 2 linebackers, but pretty much what you would expect from the 56th best class in the nation. Nothing crazy, but decent. Ray Matthews is going to be a big boy signing for us in that final year as well. Let's just hope that Jamel Johnson let's just hope Jamel Johnson's there the final year. Look, I know that North Dakota State may or may not be surrounded by mountains. I get it. But we're moving Boise State into the West. Actually, no, that seems kind of ridiculous. We'll move Air Force. I want to keep Boise because they're the biggest challenge we have in the Mountain West. Guess we got to get a quarterback at some point, so there goes Jermaine Harris, I guess. We're still kind of in the market for players that are around that 60 mark, but now I would definitely prefer them to be high 60s at minimum. Like 63s ain't really doing it for me. I'll get some receivers as well. 4-star cornerback, and we're 7th on his interest. I've never seen a 7th interest player before, but you know what? I'm in the market for it. I'll take a 4-star cornerback any day of the week. He's from Boulder, though, so you got to think that he's just going to Colorado. No, I might even do the cheekies here. I'm going to do a little bit of cheekies here as well. I'm going to pick up maybe I'm going to pick up all the 5-star running back. Go 700 into him and just pray that we can get one of them. The chance is beyond 0, but you never know. Jermaine Harris going up to a 74. That is a gem right there. Adam Anthony, not bad. Okay, that's the 7th interest guy. And of course, all the running backs are just beasts, especially though Tommy Green. This would be a monstrous help if we could pick him up. Definitely not a receiving back, just a balanced back, the #1 guy in the nation. I do have 3 out of 3 insta-commit. Dang it, I knew I wasn't going to get him, but we get the fullback. Wait, we don't even need a fullback. That was silly. Oh well. Tommy Green, we do have a 120 bonus, which is very interesting. Darrell Phillips, I don't like the odds, but we'll give it a crack. Obviously, Jermaine Harris. In fact, we're just going to have enough points for everybody here. I don't remember what we were last year. I think it was D's? D- maybe, but we're up to C and C- on defense, which is not bad. Very big improvement. Okay, so somehow Tommy Green was a low-lock cheese player. We're running away with him. Look at Georgia Bama, 835 behind. Not going to be able to get Joe Baldwin. We are also going to be able to get Darrell Phillips, but not Antoine Booth. This is his best case scenario right here. We got the lead on both of them. Either one of them for an insta-commit. Okay, we don't get any insta-commits, but that's fine. Not a big deal. Now we kind of just got to round out the defense, see if we can't get any surprise pickups here. Like a 5-star wide receiver wouldn't be bad. We also have Josh Kaplan here. A lot of Joshes on this team. 4-star center, 630 squat. That's awesome. Need some more defensive ends, defensive tackles, all that kind of stuff. Another center, okay. This is already looking like a #1 quality class kind of deal. And it's really just coming down to incredibly good RNG. We already got our quarterback. We're fine with that. Got a decent guard here. Another tackle here as well, Damian Christian. 655 squat. This is probably the best low-lock cheese class I've seen in a minute. Keep in mind that we're not going to sign all of these players. I understand that this is a little bit overboard and a little bit cheesy, but just kind of seeing what we have to work with, you know, so I can make the best decision here. Right out the gate, Nathan Petty, 80 overall. We're not going to be a passing team, so that kind of is not what we're looking for. Maurice Colbert, though, looking like a nice 78 there. Another running back here. 2 running backs. John Clark going up to an 80. Another gem in Chad Griffin this time. This guy's also a quarterback, but I feel like I would stick him a running back. This guy's got 88 carrying, so this is definitely like a 3rd down back, I guess. 6'3", 234 as well. Even Stephen Hall going up to a 77. J.R. Ross. Nah, this is disgusting right here. Devin Ward going up. Even the kicker went up. You can't ask for much more than that. Normally the kickers at least go down a bit, but no. Just a sly 83 there for fun. Will Adams going up. That is 3 gems in a row. Will Adams 76, Tony Garrison 78, Ray Thompson 79. Okay, I really got to figure out where I'm going to put these points because this is a big week. Very big week. Chad Griffin, John Clark for sure. Need the O-lineman here too, though. Hall. It's going to have to be Stephen Hall, at least for now. Gonna get a win as well against San Jose. I don't know how we keep doing it, but we are definitely outperforming our overall. And I think it's because of this cheeky secret running playbook I have. It's nothing special. It's just Eastern Michigan. So obviously we're arse. We're not a very good team at all. But this playbook right here, Eastern Michigan, with the 30 run offense, so we're basically running it every play. A bit more aggressive as well. A bit less aggressive than normal here as well, but this running playbook is just unbelievable. It's so good. I'm feeling like it's a cheeky Wyoming win this time. We got pumped by them last year. But this year will be different, you see. Monstrous insta-commit. Chad Griffin, okay. We don't really need the running backs because we have him up the top there, but just in case, he's good collateral, you know? Question is, what else do I even want to get here? I kind of want everything, obviously, but go there, and then we'll go Damon. Just kind of beef up the O-line. we just committed all these guys last year just basically to kick them out this year, but you know, that's life, I guess. Tommy Green, that's going to be a massive visit. We have to play this Wyoming game. Okay, we just got locked out by Adam Anthony. Okay. We can break back in, not a big deal. Tommy Green is essentially in the bag here too. I just can't believe everybody backed off. We're North Dakota. It doesn't make any sense. We are probably going to sign 3 running backs. We might as well get Maurice Colbert. We don't have a true center. There goes Tommy Green right there. No need for a visit, he says. Big North Dakota State week. They're going up to the Bees as well. The thing is, obviously, they're going to start their 5-star player they signed. We're different. We're kind of loading up for later, but I'm feeling like they're going to tie the series up here. It's going to be 1-1. Never mind. It was a blowout, 42-16. That's what I mean. This playbook is really good, even with a bad team. We win one more game out of this 5-year rebuild. We won the series. 9 players scheduled for the Wyoming week, including 4, 5, 6, 7 of our big dog players. Need the quarterback, need the corners, and especially the O-line and the DT. This just has to be a win here. Still don't know anybody on this team just yet. Throw a low. Okay, that was kind of disgusting. It wasn't even a spin move on the guy guarding me. It was more the spin move on number 13. It broke his ankles. All right. Possession lead. I mean, they fought right to the end. It just wasn't good enough, unfortunately. 19-17. I'll take those recruit. Okay, that class right. These signings right here might have just given us the #1 class. Oh, man, I didn't mean to cheese it that bad. I didn't think that we'd get all of them. I kind of figured they'd just, like, flirt with the idea that they'd sign here, but they would never actually sign here. That wasn't the case. Devin Ward, 74 overall cornerback. Also got the lead on the kicker. I guess I can put 700 into him now. We also bring recruits in for Colorado State. That's another win. And we're improving on last year's record as well. I don't know what it is, but there just seems to be teams and we have their number. Another one of those teams is Utah State. 2-0 against them as well. Make our first ever bowl game as well. The Hawaii Bowl. I mean, this is going to be a loss anyway, so no point stopping and watching. Never mind, 38-14, so that's a 7-6 record. It's our first winning season, and it's our second season. Plus, with the talent coming in this year as well, this team is just destined for greatness. So Hopkins, only 2,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 14 picks. However, we didn't really need him to do his job. Christian Washington, 1236, 4.7 average. And Dylan Hopkins getting it done on the ground too. Look at this. He took off nearly as much as the running back did. We might be running it a tad too much, but that's what kind of makes these running playbooks fun. Touchdowns between the 2 starters. Let's not forget Zach Vigil as well. 619, 4.9 average. I don't know what it is about this playbook as well, but it seems to make all the averages ridiculously high, considering how many times we're running the ball as well. So that we're not just running it a lot, but every single run we have is quality. Okay, so I kind of expected this one transfer. Nick Gray transferring to Navy of all places. You know what? That's not even a big deal. I'm pretty sure the D lineman we just signed, we're going to take his spot anyway. So smart move. Again, this is where it gets tough because I'm pretty sure at running back, we are overly stacked. We got everything we need. We got Tommy Green, we got Darrell Phillips, and we got Chad Griffin. So running back's out of the equation. Got ourselves a quarterback, got the offensive lineman. So that really just leaves probably linebacker. And I'd probably say cornerback with Adam Anthony here too. He's a 4-star corner, so that's just going to make that class a little bit better. This is the guy from Boulder, Colorado. And ironically, Colorado's in the lead here. We're going to finesse this though. Going to be a bit overly aggressive because there's not really a lot to do. So 10K into Adam Anthony. Then I think it's either the defensive ends. I think it's just the defensive end. J.R. Ross would be kind of nice, but it's kind of a novelty. I'd rather not invest points into something we're not really going to use. Whereas Justin Jones, not glamorous, but definitely something that we need going forward. But I have a feeling that this is going to be the #1 class. If not, it's going to be right underneath it. There's too many 4-stars. I don't know about 5-stars. So there goes Justin Jones, Adam Anthony, and Joey Williams. So another backup quarterback, essentially. And that is a top 5 class. Probably looking at being a top 3 here. It was second. 9 4-stars, 2 5-stars, 9 3-stars. And we go to a 3-star prestige here too. North Dakota State all the way down in 91st. Trash cans. They are a 4-star prestige though, which means the level of recruit they're going to get next year is going to be kind of crazy, but I just don't even think it's going to compare to ours. No shot. Okay, a lot of athletes here. Could really turn him into a quarterback, but no, we're just going to do the smart thing here. Even Garrison is pretty decent. Guess Garrison just a running back will kind of wait up, but Joey Williams probably going to wide receiver here. Yeah. Okay, so we got to figure this out. So Tommy Green and Chad Griffin probably going to be the 1-2 here, which means Tony Garrison can go to wide receiver. Darrell Phillips will be kind of signed to be that power back. I mean, I get there's nothing wrong with having a three-headed monster here, no? We've got too many wide receivers. Let's just get that straight. We got our tight end. I don't even want to look at offensive line yet. Look at this. This is crazy. We got everything and then some. Left and right end's looking ridiculous. Might switch to a 3-4 here as well. No, definitely not. We have no middle linebackers. Okay, so we are going to do another year of recruiting. The team looks good enough. However, I do think we need to get a free safety, maybe another cornerback, just something to juice it up. We already have our strong safety, and then we have to get linebackers. It was just kind of unironically neglected. It's not bad by any means, but it could be a lot better. You know, it's definitely going to be the weakest part of this squad. I'm definitely excited to see what these freshmen can do. So the only kind of crazy thing here is the running has been going so well that I just said fluff it. Christian Washington has been dropped down to the 4th string. We're just going to start all 3 true freshmen right out the gate. I don't imagine Darrell Phillips will get any reps at all here, but I'm very curious to see how Chad Griffin and Tommy Green will do. Decent, terrible awareness, but they should be good enough to do something out there. We have 2 5-star cornerbacks here. Again, this is kind of just filling in the blanks here, so I got a bunch of linebackers, a cornerback, a bunch of free safeties, and just a DT as well, just kind of to round it out a little bit. Only got 2 of them, probably not going to get them, but after last year, anything can kind of happen, you know? Okay, every single guy I put on the board, as expected, is really, really good here. The worst one is, in fact, Matt Caldwell, who's a 76. And even that would be awesome. So if we sign any of these 18 players right here, monstrous dub for us. Not bad. We went from D's to C's to B's now. B- overall. But that's a very solid start. I'm just curious to see what kind of bonuses we're going to get here. Tommy Stone, 220 bonus. 240 on Kevin Murphy. All right, 2-0 to start the season. So clearly these true freshmen are getting it done. 42 points as well. That's not too shabby. Survey says I don't think we're going to have the lead on anybody here. We do have the lead on Frank Crooks, though. That's nice. And Isaac Bernard, which is really, really good. Not any of the cornerbacks, though. Matt Caldwell says us to go fluff ourselves. We could try and get Isaac Bernard here. No insta-commit. Not bad. 6 of the 18 we do have a chance with. And it's good, too, because it's everything we need minus a cornerback. So if we can, preferably try and find a cornerback here. Nobody straight out the gate. 5-star athlete. Okay, I'll always take an offensive lineman if you present it, too. Defensive end could go to DT, and worst case scenario, if we don't get the guy who's really interested. I kind of just need cornerback here, don't I? So let's just cut the crap. 4-star, but we're locked out. For whatever reason, I don't even know. Hopefully one of those athletes turns out to be a cornerback. I have a feeling one of them will be, because we have 2 of them. They look really fast as well. Another 4-star, but we're locked out. For no reason, for fun. What is with people not wanting to go to FCS teams, huh? What's so bad with FCS? Another 5-star, but he's 20%. All right, we'll give it a crack. Randy Robinson is not a corner. Okay, starting off hot. However, Maurice Bush is. George Garrett looking kind of nice. He is not a corner, but Brian Concepcion absolutely is. 89 man, 84 play rec, 85 zone. This might be the best cornerback in the draft stats-wise. Dang it, we were about to go to 3-0. That would have been epic. I think we kind of hit the threshold where we're just good now. At least I think so. We're 3-1. Oh, no. You can't get rid of me that easy. This is why we maxed out our recruiting instantly. Straight back in with the 700. We could get some insta-commits here. Please, somebody, man. We're not going to get anybody. Are we even going to be able to get Brian Concepcion? We're not going to be able to. That would have been a massive pickup for us. However, Bernard Ross, who is not a cornerback, so he's out of the equation. He is a running back, but again, we really don't need running back. Not really a lot going on here. We just kind of got to let the season progress. Ooh, it's pretty deadlocked. It's straight deadlocked, except we're dominating on the ground game. We're not bad through the air as well. 84th in the nation, which is, I don't know, top 66%. So it's going to be a loss. Okay. Thought we would have won that one. Okay, not bad. Frank Crooks. So that sorts out the entire linebacker thing and Joshua Walker. So there you go. There goes our free safety too. Fresno is 0-6. Oh my goodness. They fell off a cliff. They're scoring 11 points a game, which is last. In fact, they're last in total offense. Almost last in rush offense. And dude, what happened to Fresno? I've never seen that before. All right, we need some big insta-commits. Not going to get it. Isaac would have been nice, but Bama's kind of getting back in the battle here. Look at the bonus diff. 410 to 125. There's just no shot we get him. We could stay committed, but it looks like we're going to be able to get everybody else here as well. There goes an insta-commit with Bernard. even though we don't need him. We really don't need this guy. He's more of a wide receiver, which I guess is cool, but this is not really my thing, you know? Unfortunately for him. We've done so well that we are already down to 5,700 points, and I have nothing to put it in. But we are going to bring in some recruits for North Dakota State. Even we pumped Fresno. Okay, so both of us, the rivals, have become quite good, especially in our conference. They are way better than us, though. B pluses across the board. 90 overall. Now, I have a feeling that this momentum they have is going to quickly shut off that final year, but for now, they're the real deal. They're more than likely going to win this matchup. Oh my goodness. We didn't even put up any points. We dropped a goose egg in North Dakota. All right, so 4,900 points. Everybody has 700. In fact, we might as well just go offer the scholarships now. There's no point really waiting now. We got the lead on majority of these guys. We more than likely just sign about 8 to 9 players here, and it's still looking like a top 10 class. Without a doubt. Okay, back to our winning ways. Big win over Wyoming. We had 7 wins last year, so realistically, I'm looking for at least 8. 6-3 with the App State win. Crazy. Only 2 more people left on the board, and Randy Robinson is 100% in the bag. So if we can sign Randy Robinson before the end of the year, and keep in mind, we don't even really need this guy. Again, he does nothing for us. He's a wide receiver, but it is what it is. Another quarterback option maybe, but Brandon Rogers, we definitely need linebackers. Cal is slowly pulling away, but at the same time, if we sign Randy, like I'm saying, we can drop 15K in him at the end of the year, and that should be more than enough to commit him. Progression season's about to go crazy. Big win to finish the season. Yeah, okay, so that couldn't have worked out any better. Yes, Washington does jump us, but we're staying in the battle here, regardless, no matter what. So it's just looking like an easy 15K in the offseason. And this class as well, man. We got our free safety. We got the linebackers. Again, we got a bunch of receivers we don't really need. And no linemen even. We needed a DT as well. So I'm sure George Garrett could easily transition to DT. So for some reason, we didn't get a bowl game, even though we went 7-5. I'm going to assume if we had gotten a bowl game, we would have won. So 8-5 with asterisks, which is still better, still progression. The real thing is going to be these running stats. So I don't know who Tab Scott is. He's a senior, he's leaving, it's not a big deal. Jermaine Harris was our freshman, through 18 yards for fun. But here we go. Tommy Green, true freshman, 1,200 yards, 4.5 average, 10 tutties. The backup, Chad Griffin, was 750, and even the quarterback getting involved there as well. Just wondering if we have, yeah, okay, our third string did take 7 snaps. Didn't think he'd really be involved, but... And the craziest thing is, the longest run out of all of these guys was 16 yards. So there was no big 70-yard runs this year. It was kind of just very consistent runs and a very good average. And the best part is, this is the worst that these players are going to be. 15K to finish out here, 90 bonus. Only 7-10 behind Washington as well. I'm thinking this is an easy snag here. Only dropping down by 20. There you go. Brandon Rogers has committed. That is, again, another top 25 class. With 10 players is kind of ridiculous. 9 players even. That was a top 11 class, 2 5-stars. That was both the athletes who, unironically, we're not gonna use these guys at all. So you take them out of the equation, it's probably not the best class. And North Dakota State, no shit, was right underneath us, 11th and 12th respectively. So you take away those 5-stars, 100% they're jumping us. Michigan signed 5 5-stars. What have they got going on? Okay, so we needed those linebackers super bad. Now we have Frank Crooks, more than likely true freshman starter. Brandon Rogers will be as well, actually, because 73 is next up. And then 77, so Kevin Murphy is 100% starting. So we're going to have a true freshman linebacking core. We did not sign a cornerback, but lucky for us, we did our job early. Still pretty solid there. We, of course, got our freshman free safety, Joshua Walker. So the team is officially done. Quick look at training results, simply because, you know, finally the team is together. So Christian Washington, again, going to get benched. Going to go down to 4th string here. Tommy Green going up +5. And Chad Griffin going up +6. Zach Vigil getting benched as well. But Darrell Phillips going up +5. This is kind of disgusting. They're easily going to be high 90s by the end of this. Going to look at the O-line here whilst we're here as well. 82, 83 for the center. 81 for the right guard. 82 for the right tackle. It's not even fair at this point. We are going to run through the conference. Since everybody's pretty much only sophomores, there's a lot of progression to go on here. I will catch you guys for stats and training results. So straight B's to start this season. 86, that's what I wanted to see. So if we're only sophomores, we're probably thinking about a 91, 92 next year. And then a 99 the final year. Oh, I cannot wait to see this team when it's fully done. This might be one of the most highly anticipated final years of all time. Big 49-10 win. They're ranked. That was to start the season though. Hold on a second. I don't think they're going to be ranked anymore. They're 3-3. But they're a lot better than us. A- defense. We're almost just as good though. We could very easily snag this game. Biggest game of the season. To make it 3-1, it's going to go 2-2. Wow. They have to fall off after this though. There's no way they keep this momentum. There we go. There we upset ranked 20 Boise State. And again, just flooding Utah State like it's not even close. Poor Aggies, man. 10-2, ranked 24. Not too bad. The only question is, how are we not in the conference championship? Because North Dakota State is there. We tied with them 7-2 in conference, but they got the tiebreaker. And if you look at the points, 4 points against, 426 to 407, 261 to 263. So they were definitely that little bit better than us. And they squeaked out the win versus us. Next year's matchup is going to be crazy. Not to mention that we're ranked 24. They're ranked 23. It couldn't be much closer if we tried. To get a look at the stats, I have no idea who Devin Dampier is. Every single year we seem to just come up with a brand new quarterback. He's from Arjo, wherever that is in Arizona. Didn't need him to do a whole lot, and that's exactly what happened. Not a lot. However, on the rushing end, Tommy Green is just in a league of his own. 1,600 yards, 5 average, 15 touchdowns. Chad Griffin with 934 and a 6 average. Bro, it doesn't get much better than this. We even have Caden Pope who had 862 receiving yards. Nobody over 100 receptions, which is understandable, but even the fact that we were able to go through the air if we needed to is a massive dub for us. I have not looked at defense at all, but look at Edward and Peterson. 47 pancakes, 2 sacks. I don't know how we did this at a 79, but this is looking like all NCAA first team numbers right here. Defensively, let's get a crack and see what's going on. 11 TFLs for 3 of us, including our true freshman Frank Crooks. Not a lot of sacks to a single person, but very evenly distributed. And then the interception numbers were right up there too. Julian Humphrey, who unfortunately will be leaving us. He did transfer in that first year. Good to see he was contributing right up until the end. And we're going to finish 11-2, ranked 23. I mean, geez. Even with our players as juniors, they might very well go to the Natty this year. If we can beat North Dakota State, that is. Yeah, big losses, DJ Campbell and Julian Humphrey, but I think we'll be all right. Okay, that's the kind of progression I'm talking about. So 1,600 yards will get you a +6. So Tommy Green will, if he gets another +6, will be 97, which is really good. Our backup will be around 95. And his backup, our third string, will be 91. We also have Bernard Ross, who we're just not using. Chad Thomas, we're just not using. Like, our running back room is absolutely stacked. You got to think with the coordinated boost as well, we're looking at least a handful of 99s here. Our quarterback is a big problem, though. Jermaine Harris is an 83. He's okay, but he's not great. Dampier leaving this year will definitely hinder us a lot. But that's why I think that this year will be the year that we go further than maybe the last year. But it all depends. Even our fullbacks up to an 81. Receivers are coming along very nicely. Tight ends an 88. Our O-line is getting very close to 90s as well. So our running backs should have no excuse but to go for 2,000 yards. Easily. Linebacking core is definitely the weakest part, but it's still up there. Edward Blacklock's going to leave this year, but we have plenty of backups here. We're going to have at least 190 overall next year. And then a free safety, we have the 82 Joshua Walker. Still got a bit of progression, but it's better than nothing. And then our strong safety will probably be around 95. But why are we talking about it? Let's just go see. Ooh, okay. So no all NCAA first team or second team. But we should definitely have quite a few. I was going to say running backs in there. I'm surprised our backup wasn't in here as well. Mountain West first team and a bunch on the second team here as well. I'm just looking forward to this North Dakota State game. Unfortunately, we got the Aggies. But we could probably give them a good matchup here. Where A- is 93, 93, 92. So we're even higher than I thought we were going to be. Next year's definitely looking like that 99. We only lost by 4 to A&M. And it's also a home game this year against North Dakota State. Definitely giving us a bit of an advantage here. 3-2 in the series if we can win it. Our first loss of the season to Air Force. Oh, wait, no, that's our second. Never mind, because we lost to A&M. I'm tripping. All right, it doesn't get much crazier than this. We're 5-2 with 2 tough losses. We are way better than North Dakota State, though. So I'm thinking there's a little bit of cupcake going on here. I knew that this was not sustainable. They go from, what, a 91 all the way down to 81. Just terrible. 12 overall diff here. And it's at home. This is the easiest dub of my life. It just has to be a win. There's no way it's not. 3-2 in the series. We doubled their points. They dropped 28. We'll drop 56 for fun. No way we lost to Colorado State. They were ranked 25, but I just never gave them a chance. Oh, wait, no, we won. I'm tripping. I don't know why I saw an L there. We are just dropping 50 plus on everybody right now. Boise was one of our biggest threats, if not our biggest threat. And they weren't even a competition. I didn't even want to see what's going to happen to Utah State. Last year, we beat these clowns by 50. I see you, Utah State. They wanted revenge so bad, and they got it. Good for Utah State. Good on them. We had a finalist for the Heisman, and I can only imagine that's going to be the running back. We finally make a conference championship, and it's against the team who I'm assuming must have bounced back because they're looking a lot better this season. Yet we are second in the nation in rush offense. Who could have possibly rushed for more than us? Army. I was going to say it's probably Army. We still drop way more points per game anyway, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. Plus their competition might have just been easy, although they were 7-5, so who knows. Our first conference championship, not bad. And we're going to lose in the Las Vegas Bowl, but a 10-4 season is still fantastic. We just have to convert those L's into dubs next year, and I think we will be able to beat A&M. If we pull them again, we'll beat them. I'm telling you. Green breaking a bunch of school records there. Yeah, not bad. I mean, we did win 11 last year, but I'll take 10. Again, Dampier, nothing crazy. 28 touchdowns, 7 picks. That's okay. Chad Griffin actually took quite a bit of the load off Tommy Green this year. Both over 200 attempts. Both nearly over 1,500 yards. Griffin just missing out here. And Griffin also had a better average, but I guess fresher legs, you know how it is. Also had 19 touchdowns and a longest run of 61. But it was actually our quarterback who had the longest run of the season. Receiving was definitely below where I thought it would be, but that's okay. Blocking is above where I thought it'd be. 2 O-linemen with 40-plus pancakes and only 1 sack given up. I don't think it gets much better than that. Sack numbers, John Clark just beasting and feasting out there. And the interception numbers as well. We are losing Edward Blacklock, but good to see again. He made an impact. John Clark had 27 TFLs, bro. This guy's going in the first round. He has to. Only 5 players leaving, as is tradition. Most of them were just the transfers that signed with us, and Taylor Rose going as well. So it is what it is. So the best player on the team is the kicker. 97 overall. But that's not why we're here. Tommy Green at 96. Ray Matthews, actually the 3rd best player here at a 95. John Clark going up to a 95 after that ridiculous season he just put together. Our backup running back is a 95. Just look at this offense, including the O-line here. Stephen Hall going up to a 92. That is our best O-lineman. Will Adams is a 91. Our 3rd string is a 91. We have another O-lineman in the 90+. Quarterback's up to a 90. Our center is a 90. So only one of our offensive linemen won't be a 90+. And we have so many high 80s as well. This might be one of the best teams we've put together in recent history. A lot of depth pretty much at every position. Although there are some positions that we're kind of lacking in depth. That's got me a bit worried. No way we got a brand new OC, bro. That messes so much up. Okay. So that means our running backs definitely aren't going to be 99. Because we're missing out on the awareness now. We're missing out on the break tackle, spin move, elusiveness. All that jazz. Our O-line doesn't get the upgrades. What a terrible time to transfer. Couldn't have been any worse. So we're not coming in ranked at all, but we will be ranked very, very quickly. There's no messing around, no 97 defense letting us down. It is straight 99. More importantly, our biggest rival is only an 88. So I don't know whether we're playing them at home or away, but either way, it's looking like a win. They are the best team in our division, though. It's just crazy because you've got all these mid to high 80s, and then you've just got us, 99s, 4-star prestige. I know we have a pretty difficult game at some point. Okay, so in week 6, we have rank 5 Virginia Tech. I think that's a bait rating, though. I don't think they're rank 5. We'll just have to see how it goes, but we're starting off with a win. Now, we've been known to lose some pretty random games. So these kind of San Jose on the road games, even though they should be wins, in every aspect, they do get me a little bit worried here. Okay, maybe it wasn't bait. They have not lost yet, but they're not good at all. There's no way they stay with us here. B pluses across the board. Because they are ranked 4, this is going to jump us up the power rankings like it's nobody's business. Okay, we're getting a little bit of running back action here. Leveling up pretty quick since he was a level 1. Next up, though, North Dakota State. But first, we got to get through Virginia Tech, which they're into B pluses, you know, just light work. I actually think, without a doubt, I think we're making the natty this year. It's a given at this point, I think. But normally with our rebuilds lately, we've been doing the 12-team playoff and all that jazz. This was never about necessarily winning a natty, though that was always the goal, if that makes sense. So when we get to the natty, we're just going to play that straight up. But I want to jump into this North Dakota State game. I would much rather absolutely pump them, go up 4-2 in the series, close it out, then do a 12-team playoff. Or actually, you know what? I will do a 12-team, but I'll simulate it. And I'll play the natty if we make it, which we should. Rank 3 in the nation, 7-0. They don't stand a chance. Okay, they stopped us on our first drive, and they scored off it. Okay, so even though we're way better, they are giving us a bit of a fight here. Need that block. Need that block too. That's a push in the back. Yeah, they're going to call it. No way. Even the ref is sweaty with this new update. What the? So number 35 for green. Ugh. I wish I paid a bit more attention to our running backs and got them nice numbers. I ran straight into a brick wall. Come on, I'm trying to get the running back involved here. We'll just let it fly to X. He's wide open. It's like they know that we're a running team. They're trying to shut down the run. But we can still hit him through the air if we need to. Definitely going to the running back here. Let's see what we can get going. We got Griffin and Green in the backfield. That's kind of disgusting. 2G, spin move. In the end zone, please. Oh my goodness, he just carried him. Okay, that was kind of disgusting. I'll give him that. And this is where we start running away with it. I should hope. 34-16, I mean, to take the 4-2 lead in the series. What's even funnier is I believe we won the first two, they won the next two, and then we won the last two. So it wasn't the most impressive win. It wasn't no 56-6 blowout or whatever. The entire point of this video was just to embarrass North Dakota State. So to finish off the season, Wyoming, easy dub. Yeah, it's looking like easy dubs across the board. However, we do have Utah State to wrap up. And last year, they surprised everybody. No way! What? I knew it. I knew that there was just going to be that random ass team. Colorado State, it should be no better than 85 overall. And somehow, some way, on the road, beat us. I think that knocks us out. We're in the nation, looking like a 12-team playoff. We have to win every single game, though. I mean, surely. Look at this, man. We're just flooding in every aspect. I don't know how you lose that game. Utah State on the road is thankfully a win, so hopefully we can climb back up here. We're still 11-1, which is the best we've done. Okay, and Air Force, no... Okay, they are jokes. I was about to say, they're no joke and try and hype this game up, but there's really nothing to hype up here, fellas. That's how it ends? That's how it ends? No way. We lose 2 games in conference. In the conference championship, that has to be the upset of all upsets right there. Because of that, I don't even think we won the Heisman. I think we would have won it had we won that Air Force game, but no, of course not. And now we got to play bum-ass Central Michigan. We're ranked 13. If we were ranked 12, I could have done a 12-team playoff, but we finished 1 spot below where we were meant to be. I need this to be the pumping of all pumpings right here. Okay, thank you. At least, the last game of this rebuild was a 56-10 smashing. Reminding everybody that we're still no joke. I can't believe it. Like I just said, if we had finished in the top 12, we could have still won a natty, but we had to finish 1 spot down. It just wasn't meant to be. Still not bad. At 3 10-plus win seasons to finish it out. And we were never in doubt. Passing yards were pretty good. Nearly 3K, 30 touchdowns, 4 picks. Nearly 1,800 on the ground. Chad Griffin with 1,200. Both of these guys are getting drafted. The question is where? I just need to see where our guy finished. John Clark, 17 TFLs, led the team in sacks again. We better have a bunch of first rounders here. Okay, 4 first rounders. Tommy Green, John Clark, Ray Matthews, surprisingly, and Kevin Weber. Wow, okay. Tony Garrison going in the 2nd. Chad Griffin in the 3rd. That is an absolute steal right there. Ray Thompson in the 3rd as well. Sam Blair in the 3rd. Our quarterback, Jermaine Harris, funnily enough, we've had quarterbacks that would straight 99s and go in the 5th. Somehow Jermaine Harris sneaks into the 4th without winning a Heisman or a natty. Jeff Gaither also going in the 4th. Adam Anthony going in the 4th. That's another steal right there. Our 3rd string, who barely even saw the ball, goes in the 6th round. It's a decent payday for not really doing a whole lot. Brandon Johnson in the 6th. Kevin Murphy, we got Stephen Hall, and we got Randy Robinson, Devin Ward in the 7th, and Justin Jones. We had 18 people go to the draft, which is extremely impressive. I think that's more than Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama sends to the draft every year. So we've assembled one hell of a squad. Unfortunately, this time, it doesn't result in what we want, but fellas, if you made it this far into the video, you are the real MVP. Hope the rest of your day is awesome, and from me personally, I'm out. Peace.